Do you want comfort or freedom? Let me tell you a story. There was once an old lady, and she had a bird which was her pride and joy. And this is the story of that bird. The bird lived in a cage in the corner of her living room in her flat. She would give him treats, buy him trinkets for the bird cage, and sometimes the bird would watch TV and even whistle along to the theme tunes. And when it came to the summer months, she would take the cage from the corner of the living room through into the kitchen and place it on the table in front of the kitchen window. And even on wonderful days, she would open up the window right up so the bird could look out. And those days when she genuinely believed that she was doing a good turn by the little bird were actually like torment in hell for the poor little bird. Because those were the days that the bird realised that he was a caged bird. Whilst he had security, he didn't have freedom, as he would compare himself to all the birds out there who were flying around, building nests, chasing mosquitoes and the midges, and picking up worms. And he realised that he was secure, but he wasn't free, and freedom was something that he wanted more than anything else. So one day came in the middle of the summer when the lady went shopping, and this morning it was a beautiful day, and she had taken the birdcage through to the kitchen and placed it in front of the window, and she'd opened up the window. And as she left the flat to go to the shops, she shut the door behind her. This gust of wind blew right through the house, and the door of the birdcage fell open. And this was our little bird's chance to go for gold, for freedom. This was his opportunity. But as he sat there, he thought to himself, this is my chance. I can go for what I've wanted for years. I will get my freedom. I can go build me a nest. I can get me a birdie girlfriend and have birdie babies and get the berries over the trees and roll around in the dust. And I can soar with the eagles. But what happens if the eagles get me? And what happens if the eagles don't like me? What happens if the girl birds don't want me as a birdie boyfriend? And so what happens if I'm not able to have babies? And the lady takes care of me, and she puts food on the table, and she gives me security, especially over the winter months when it's cold. She keeps me warm, and she's my friend. I'm so comfortable with her. But I'm not free. I don't have a girlfriend just yet, and they might like me. And I really fancy getting my beak around a little worm. And so he procrastinated on into the evening. Will I? Won't I? Could I? Couldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? I must. Oh, I mustn't. He stayed there and remained in his place of indecisiveness, where freedom and security became the questions driving his mind. And 6 o'clock came, and the lady came home, and she put down her bags of groceries on the floor and walked through into the kitchen, where, to her horror, she just realised the bird was just about to flap his wings and go for freedom. And she ran over it, almost like that slow motion, to the bird cage and closed the cage, picked it up and took him back through to the living room, put him on a shelf and filled up his tray and put a blanket over the cage, and the bird fell asleep. And this is where the story ends. And this is where most people's stories in life ends. One of the main things that holds people back is the fear and risk and most of the time the perceived risk in reality is a lot smaller and reduces as things are tried and we learn and we grow. So I'm asking you this question: are you still chasing freedom? Are you willing to take the risks and make that leap into the unknown to create the life you're meant for? And this doesn't have to be a big sudden change. It can be small steps towards that goal in your life and towards that freedom in which you can truly live the life that you were meant to be living. The risks as well do change over time, and the more you take risks and the more you learn from those risks, actually the easier it is to take on more risks and the easier it is to grow and learn. And when I speak about risks, I don't mean risking your life, but taking those chances to live that life that you were meant for. So I'm gonna come to the end of this video and just leave you with that question of, are you taking those risks to have that freedom in your life, or are you sitting in comfort? Are you sitting in comfort with the feeling of you were meant for more? And if you were, perhaps now's the time to look into taking those small steps to realizing that freedom for you.